It's the Tony Tone Show, Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. He is one of the 50 greatest NBA players of all time, inducted into the Hall of Fame, famous for the sky hook shot. He's the all-time leading scorer with 38,387 points, most minutes played, most field goals in a game, most all-star selections, most all-star games played, and he's written a new book. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is on the MPW Mocklink TV and Internet Celebrity Hotline. Kareem, welcome to the great state of Iowa.
Thank you very much.
I'm so excited to talk to you. I've been a basketball fan my entire life. Grew up in the Chicago suburbs, so I don't want to offend you by saying I've been a Bulls fan for a while. But you know,
okay, all right.
Kareem, the new book is Coach Wooden and Me, and it's available at places like Amazon.com. So there's something that I found out that was very interesting that kind of connects us a little bit with Coach Wooden. My favorite poet of all time is Langston Hughes. And isn't it true, Kareem, that at one point Coach Wooden recited a Langston Hughes poem to you? Is that correct?
Yes, while I was, at UCLA. And it totally surprised me that he was familiar with it.
So unbelievable that he would. I never had the pleasure of meeting or talking to Coach Wooden. Just as a coach, as a man, how could you just? I mean, we could describe him over the course of a several-hour conversation. But what would you want people to know the most about Coach Wooden?
Well, I think that people need to understand that he was a lot more than a basketball coach. His success in life had to do with his ability to teach people things that were really good life lessons. And those of us who had the opportunity to play for him were able to learn these things, and it really improved our life. We learned how to live our lives better because of our association with him.
Kareem, as a coach, how would he challenge you? And at the time, did you see what he was trying to get through to you? Because sometimes, as we've all encountered, whether it's coaching or bosses, when someone's trying to teach us a hard lesson, we might not see it initially. But how are some of the ways that Coach Wooden challenged you?
Well, Coach Wooden was able to challenge us just using basketball as an analogy. So just the challenges on learning the skills necessary to play basketball well. He used that little environment as an opportunity to teach us. So we would think that we knew everything and try to do things our way, and we would fail. And then the coach would use that as an opportunity to teach us, and he'd show us the right way to do it. And we started making progress that way. On the long term, what he taught us enabled us to go from being successful to being significant in the lives of our family and friends. So we went from success to significance and did it in a very subtle and organic kind of way.
I can't wait to get a copy of the book, Coach Wooden and Me. Again, it's at places like Amazon.com. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is on the show. So obviously, Kareem, you have unbelievable success in the NBA. Did you talk to Coach Wooden throughout the NBA career? Was he an ever-present figure for you?
I didn't. And I wasn't here. I wasn't in Los Angeles.
Right.
For the first part of my career. The 6 years I played for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't see Coach then. And he was still coaching. And I got traded to the Lakers the same year that Coach Wooden retired. So when I got back out here, he was out of the limelight, so to speak, and it was possible for me to be in touch with him. That was the great part of it.
Such a good benefit to that trade, wasn't it? Obviously warmer weather, but also that Coach Wooden was right there. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, it was. It was great, and pretty soon after I got back here, though, Coach Wooden's wife died.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when things got to be tough on him because she was his partner. He was ready for anything as long as he had her by his side. And now that he didn't have her, his life was it was very tough for him to be alone like that. And it was great that we were able to support him. All the guys that played for him and cared about him, we were able to be there and to be supportive. And Coach and I had an ongoing argument about his all-star team from the American League against my all-star team from the National League. And it was we go back and forth. All the things that we loved and cared about and knew about each other became the basis for a wonderful friendship.
Kareem, obviously basketball has been a part of your life for a long time. Are you watching the playoffs? Are you anticipating a rematch in the finals? Any thoughts about that?
Well, yeah, the finals should be interesting. I think there's a little rivalry developing. It's not quite the same as what happened in the '80s between the Lakers and Celtics, but it's interesting.
Yeah, that matchup last year and adding Kevin Durant into the mix this year, I'm really excited. Of course, Kareem, I'd love my Chicago Bulls to be there, but I'm a realist. I think they'll get there in a couple of years. But I'm excited to watch KD and company take on LeBron, who just continues to get better and better. I mean, he's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's proven to be an incredible leader.
Kareem, I want to pivot for a second before we run out of time. Airplane is one of the funniest movies ever, and I wonder at the time when you're asked to have a role in Airplane, did you get the sense that film would be the classic that it turned into, and generation after generation discover Airplane, and they absolutely love it?
I think I was tremendously lucky that they chose me to be in that film, and a whole lot of people know me from that film and don't know that I played basketball. it's that kind of event. You take part in something and they think that's your whole life.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, no, I mean, I can't imagine. How could they not know you scored 38,387 points? I mean, you're great in Airplane, don't get me wrong, but oh my gosh.
Well, and the thing that gets to me is the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences did not recognize my talent either, man. I'm getting kind of fed up with that.
Well, I feel like if there's any people in the movie business listening, that they could reach out, and they have a sure thing casting Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
They're going to send people right away to write a new script.
That's right.
Feature me, right?
Oh, Kareem, it has been a pleasure, and I want everybody listening, again, to pick up the new book, Coach Wooden and Me. Get it at places like Amazon.com. As a basketball fan and a fan of yours personally, Kareem, I want to say thank you for the time. I wish you continued success, and thank you for sharing the story, Coach Wooden and Me, with all of us. I really appreciate it.
You're absolutely welcome, and it's an honor for me to have the opportunity to talk about such a wonderful human being. So that's why I really appreciate it, and I hope your listeners enjoy Coach Wood and me, our 50-year relationship, both on and off the court.
Absolutely.
Good luck to you guys.
Yeah, they will. Thank you, Kareem. Have a great rest of your day, okay?
All right. Be well.
You too. Bye-bye.